Chapter 22. Hope and Cope. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Holy Bible, NIV, 1999. So why aren't you locked up in an insane asylum, Amber? That's encouraging. Why don't I just kick your arse? Why do people feel like they can or should talk to me like this? The naive questioner could now see in my face that I was taken aback by her sanatorium questioning. She stuttered, "I'm sorry, I stop her. "That's okay," I responded dejectedly. "I know you didn't mean anything by it." I tried to smile, ever mindful that my gesture might be unseen, or worse, thought of as phony. I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It was a catch-22 for my friends. Ironically, the sad truth is that when someone has lost a loved one, friends will sometimes evade the person because they feel uncomfortable, but that's when a friend is needed the most. Everything in life has significance, and life is full of priceless moments worth living for, things worth doing and being, and people worth loving again. An insane asylum timeshare was not a choice for me, but tragic optimism, or looking towards the bright side, even in times of tragedy, was my choice. Hope didn't just drop into my lap. Feeling the sting of grief led me to make some cognizant decisions. After experiencing loss, our life view changes. We feel the sharp distinction of how we were before and after the loss. They are akin to landmarks that alter our innermost being forever. I was fed up with the past ruling my future. Nothing is worth everything, past, present, or future. This is merely how I made peace with my past, so that it didn't screw up my present. My responses were individual, but I also made a conscious effort not to lie, hide the truth, or cheat because the government hates competition. Even the worst decisions I have made can be positive if I choose to learn from them. Mine, my life, is hard-earned peace based on choices. You have to go through a storm in order to get to the calm. We have the choice to live life in full vibrancy, making our teardrops dance the tango, or slowly die. Everyone has freedom of choice and our own personal volition. No one is in charge of our happiness except for us. I could be bitter, or I could feel immense gratitude for everything in my past, the good and the not so good, because in one way or another, it all led me here, to this day. I can't change what happened in my life, but I can decide how I respond to it. Life is more than merely sitting around converting oxygen into carbon dioxide. Don't be a fool by living imprisoned. Pain and loss is private and singularly our own. Some of my coping responses with loss may seem unusual to others because everyone responds individually. At first, I tried to push the bad memories under the rug of my consciousness, but by doing this, I kept myself from discovering the happiness beneath the sorrow. My past is over. It's in the past. No one ever said it was going to be easy, but whatever it takes to move forward, I want it to develop and continue growing. The only way your past becomes your future is when you live your life looking over your shoulder. All that we have, and will ever have, is right now. We should allow the present moment to be beautiful and remain optimistic about tomorrow. There was a lot of meaning to be coaxed out of painful memories. I only needed God, counseling, and time. I'm the queen of counseling. I've gone through decades of countless therapies and counseling, individual, group, EMDR, cognitive, behavioral, hypnosis, psychotherapy, you name it. I experienced it. My awesome psychologist eventually told me I had PTSD and dysthymic disorder, which basically means a long-term, chronic form of major depression.